Welcome to another installment of Outside the Ring.
I'm going to apologize to our fans in advance if I sound like absolute ass. I'm coming down sick, but I'm still here. I'm fighting through it.
You are a fighter.
It's just like Jerry Lawler.
Yes, absolutely. I'm the one, the only Jason.
I'm not going to Murphy. not this week. Not with my throat the way it is.
I'll leave you alone. Alongside the one, the only Troy Stone Cold. Little under the weather today.
A little. I woke up like this. I've been feeling like crap all day.
Austin. Our Twitter, Outside the Ring with the number 1. Our Facebook, Outside the Ring. And our email, don't worry, blow your nose, I got it. Outside the Ring 316 at gmail.net or .com.
See?
So I guess I do need you.
Yeah, see? Don't step on my toes, man.
I'm going to try to carry some of this broadcast, this podcast tonight. I guess it is a broadcast, sort of. Before we start, well, I could actually mention this guy at the end. I was talking to one of our listeners on Twitter, and he is starting his own wrestling podcast on YouTube, and he's actually got a ton of subscribers somehow already.
Really?
He's a very cool guy. I'm going to give him a shout-out at the end of the show. He's trying to get some subscribers for us, and we're going to try to get more subscribers for him. So it's kind of a... nudge on both of our parties.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Kinda. He's a really cool guy. I got to talk to him a little bit about Lawler, which, by the way, is what we're talking about again tonight.
And not necessarily Lawler himself, but what some, I don't know how to put it nicely so we won't have to bleep it, some jackass said.
You could say that.
And it's New Jack. I mean, do you really expect anything from New Jack?
I thought he was a little bit more character than that, but I don't even know the beef that this guy has. Maybe when Lawler was in ECW, I don't know.
I don't know why he has such a beef with Jerry Lawler, but I mean, the stuff that he said was just downright sickening.
Yeah, we're not going to mention what he said, but just know that it was...
Just the only thing that we can say, that we want to say, is that he called Jerry Lawler a racist expletive.
Let's just put it that way.
Just put it like that. If you go to our Facebook, again, Outside the Ring on Facebook, I posted the link to it, and read it at your own discretion. It can be very graphic at times with him. Yeah. And New Jack is just complete garbage. Yeah. He was never that good to begin with. He was just a spot monkey.
Oh yeah. He was never anything more than that. He was never going to be a champion of any organization he was ever in.
No.
He's garbage. He's complete garbage.
And doing this with a man that almost died, that just cements it. This man is like scum of the earth.
I agree. I don't know what his deal is, and again, with Lawler himself, but apparently it must go back, and I don't know. I don't really want to comment on it, but to say the things he said when a guy is laying in a hospital and almost died is unexcusable.
Yeah, you never. That is just... I've never seen anything like... Well, I have seen things like that when I'm disgusted every time. But this just... Whether you're in the company or not, whether you got beef with him or not, the man almost dies and you talk crap about him.
Yeah.
Again, New Jack is just scum of the earth. Honestly, if you ask me, what this was a last-ditch effort for him to get back in the spotlight because he's dwindling away. His time is up. Nobody cares about poor little New Jack anymore. He just did this to stir the pot and get back in the spotlight.
Pretty much, and he did. In a wrong way, in a bad way.
Yeah, and people say, oh, well, there's no such thing as bad publicity. In this case, yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is such thing. He is a very cold human being, obviously. Again, we have said this since Monday. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Lawler and his family. I mean, the guy had a heart attack.
On live TV.
Yeah.
And was dead for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Whether you love him, hated him, whatever, he's a human being. And by all aspects, I've known a couple people. Jerry is a diehard Cleveland sports fan, so he's been to my neck of the woods a couple times, and I've
Yeah.
known friends of mine that have met him, and they have said nothing but nice, positive things about him. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, he's a good guy.
Yeah. And, you know, we're always updating on Jerry, and, excuse me. But we're always updating on Jerry. We're trying to keep up to date on this. And apparently he will be getting sent home soon, and by that I mean he's going back to Memphis, but he will most likely still be in the hospital. You know, WWE updated their Twitter saying that he is still currently in the cardiac care unit in Montreal. His vital signs continue to be stable. He's awake, recognizes family members, and is communicating with them. So, you know, he's making a lot of progress.
Yeah, that's great news. I even know his son, a.k.a. former guy known as Grandmaster Sexay.
Oh, jeez.
He was there, and his ex-wife, the cat, I think, was there.
Stacey Carter, she was there. Stacey Carter was the one that posted about there possibly being. Oh, this is another thing. The CAT scan or the CT scans came back, and there is no brain damage. So that's always good. And Stacey Carter was the one that brought to the attention that you know, there might be brain damage because of the lack of oxygen, but. Thankfully, there is no damage, and he seems to be making a pretty good recovery. I'm not going to say a speedy recovery because, you know, but it looks like Jerry is going to pull through with this, and honestly, I'm saying it right now, and I'm guessing that almost everybody that listens to this will agree, this is Jerry Lawler's retirement from at least from in-ring competition.
Well, we mentioned that last night on the program, but I also think not only that, but to follow up with you, I thought about this actually last night after we hit the studios on this. I thought, and this is my opinion, I think everyone could agree with me. Thank God, I know it was on live TV and I know it was during Raw, but thank God he wasn't in his hotel room alone when this happened.
Yeah, definitely. I would have rather him been in front of, you know, 20,000 people sitting next to Michael Cole instead of in his hotel room by himself.
Because it's kind of reminiscent to Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, and if he would have been in his hotel room, we would probably be sitting here right now telling you that Jerry Lawler has passed away.
You can't go back in time, but if Eddie was in the ring or around the ring when he had his, I think he died from a heart attack as well. Something similar to that, because he was so
cardiac arrest or something like that.
But he was alone in his hotel room when he passed away.
Yeah, if I remember right, he was brushing his teeth, and they found him with his toothbrush still in his mouth.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, I think, you know, you obviously can't, again, go back in time, but who knows? If he was still around somebody, he could have been saved. So thank God he had this happen when it happened. You know?
Definitely, I mean, again, it's terrible that it had to happen on, you know, national live TV in front of millions of people, but I would have rather it happened there again instead of in his hotel room where he could have gotten no medical attention.
It's crazy because they have a pay-per-view this weekend and we're still talking about Jerry, which really tells you how important this was. I mean, seriously.
Well, and it just hit so sudden. I mean, King showed no indications of having any problems.
No, he looked healthy.
I saw people on Facebook, or I don't remember if it was Facebook or Twitter, but they were talking about earlier in the night, before Jerry's tag match, they got a shot of the commentators, and Jerry was kind of holding his chest.
Oh, really?
And now I haven't been able to go back and actually watch the show again, so I can't confirm that.
I got it TiVo'd. I'm going to watch that now. We'll let our audience know because I do have it taped, but I don't. Wow, that'd tell you that's something right there.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything like severe. He didn't like wince in pain or anything. It was just like almost like, you know, how times when you get like indigestion or something, you'll kind of pat your chest or your stomach just to kind of get everything to settle down.
Oh, sure.
That's basically what it was from what I heard.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he's passed out and had a heart attack.
Again, if you want to comment on the situation, please do so below. Twitter, again, of course, Outside the Ring with the number 1. Facebook, Outside the Ring. And our email, Gmail, outsidethering316@gmail.com. See, I did it that time.
I'm sick. I'm not. Never mind. Never mind.
Your
Go ahead.
For tomorrow's show. I'm trying. We're going to hopefully get back on the normal schedule tomorrow, but we just want to keep you updated to what's going on. Seriously.
Yep.
Because this is obviously the one thing that everyone's talking about right now.
Yeah, and we even said this. Other than Jerry Lawler, it's dead with wrestling news. I mean, not a good choice of words there on my part. I apologize for that.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on, so we want to keep you updated with the latest. We will continue to do that.
Yeah.
That's tonight's installment of Outside the Ring. We will be back tomorrow again, same time, same channel, YouTube. Please subscribe. Oh, and before we go, I got to give a shout-out to Waz Pervez. I think I'm saying this right. He's got. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing you. This is a good channel to check out if you are on YouTube. Just go to YouTube right now and type in WAZ space PERVIZ. So it's like Waz Pervez or something like that. If you know him, if you subscribe to him, cool. If not, please do so. He's also on Twitter, and he's got the same handle name on there too. WAZ space PERVIZ. Subscribe to him because he's trying to get subscribers for us as well. He's got a pretty good show on YouTube. So there you go.
I will have to check that out.
Yep, hopefully. So for Jason Murphy.
What do you want me to say? Why are you pausing? I'm sick.
You're Troy Austin.
Oh, yeah. I forget. Yeah, I forgot. I am. I'm Troy Austin.
We'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully on a better Troy Austin. Tomorrow night on Outside the Ring.
Deuces.